into our Sunbird series. So send the left leg back, spread the toes out. On an inhale, lift the chest, lift that leg slightly. We'll exhale, elbows bend back, dip down toward the mat. Inhale, press up. Exhale, curl the left leg under. Inhale, left leg back. Exhale, bow. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, curl. And one more time like that on this side. You can drop the left knee down and on your exhale, sit yourself back into child's pose. If you lost that deep breath, or you lost the awareness of your Ujjayi breath, try and come back to it. With our next inhale, let's make our way up into table. From here, we'll curl the toes underneath. On your exhale, send the hips back, downward facing dog. So first down dog of the class, and we haven't done a whole lot of hamstring opening, so the legs might still feel a little stiff. Take your time working into the pose. You can pedal the feet back and forth. Maybe starting out with bent knees for this one. We're always working on getting our length through the spine first in our down dog. Pressing the thumb and the first finger down into the mat and lifting the hips away. On our next inhale, we're going to drop the knees down toward the floor, come into table. So we're going to go through that modified version of our vinyasa one more time, just so we've got a good handle on it. So once the knees are down, press the hips down. Get a flat line between the upper body and the lower body. This is our knee down version of plank. We'll take our exhale, slide the arms right past the sides of the rib cage. It's an inhale to roll up. Exhale, release down. Now you can press up through table and then curl the toes underneath to come into down dog. If you don't have any problems with the lower back, it's actually okay to go right from here straight back into your down dog. So that's our knee down version of the vinyasa, our modified vinyasa. If you prefer to take a full version, we'll take an inhale, roll forward, come into a high plank. So if you like knee down, stick with that one. But otherwise, we'll come into high plank. You're going to exhale, full chaturanga, lower down nice and slow. It's up to you. You can do a cobra if you want to lift up. If your wrists are okay, you can take an up dog. I don't tend to demonstrate that, but feel free to use that if you like it. And then exhale yourself down, curl the toes underneath, press back into down dog. And that's helpful to know. Pretty much any yoga class that you're going to take is going to do that vinyasa transition. So always feel free to modify it. Make it whatever variations that you like. If the teacher is calling up dog and you like cobra, it's not a problem at all. Let's take an inhale. Step the right foot up between the hands. Exhale, drop the left knee down, release the toes. We're going to pull the hips back. Come into half Hanumanasana. We'll work into the hamstrings a little bit more. As you're holding here, posture a little bit. Make sure that the shoulder blades are still pulling back toward the spine. Because we're leaned over, gravity can have a tendency to kind of collapse through the chest. So we have to work against that a little bit. On your next inhale, press the hips forward. We're just going to lift the chest up. Leave the fingers pointed down toward the floor. And add a little rotation, turning the thumbs back toward the wall behind you, just to get that little extra opening through the chest. And then exhale, draw the hands into the heart. We'll inhale. On your next exhale, drop the palms down. Curl the left toes underneath. Inhale, step up to forward bend. Exhale, fold over, Uttanasana. We're being nice to your hamstrings here. We're a little bit uneven because we took that half Hanumanasana on the right, but we haven't gone over to the left side yet. Let's take our inhale halfway up. Length through the spine. Exhale, forward fold. On your exhale, sink your hips down. We're going to come into Utkatasana in between. So inhale, sweep the arms up to the ears. Exhale, sink the hips down, deep in that chair pose. Work on maintaining length through the lower back here. Send that tailbone down toward the floor and make sure the knees are back far enough that you can still see your toes. And you actually want most of your weight sinking back toward your heels. It should feel like your toes can kind of wiggle around pretty well. Exhale, drop the hands down to the heart. Take a full inhale, and then your next exhale, dive forward. Let's make our way over to the left side. We'll use an inhale, send the right leg back. Through a high lunge. On your exhale, right knee drops down, right toes release. We'll pull the hips back, straighten through the left leg. Try to release the upper body over the left leg, but don't lose that posture. Still trying to pull the shoulders back, maintain that opening through the chest. Especially important to keep that focus on the breath. That's what's going to help to keep our mind present, keep our thoughts from wandering. Let's use our next inhale to send the hips forward, lift the chest up. Palms are facing toward the front of the room. On your next inhale, rotate the thumbs back, a little more opening in the chest. Exhale, drawing hands to the heart. Inhale, lifting up through the head. Exhale, plant the palms down toward the mat. Step the left leg back. Curl the toes underneath and press back into down dog. So if the arms are tired, feel free to drop down into child's pose, take a little rest. So you can either stay here and hold your down dog, or we're going to go through a little mini vinyasa. So on your inhale, come forward into your version of plank. Exhale, lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, whichever back bend you like, cobra or up dog. Exhale, release. Inhale, push up into plank or table. Exhale, back into down dog. Inhale, step the right foot up in between the hands. Holding our high lunge for a few breaths to get some opening through the hips. Staying strong through the left leg, thinking about pressing back through the heel drawing the knee up. On your exhale, sink the weight of the hips down toward the floor. We're going to take a twist here, so you can either leave the left knee up off the floor. If you want a little more stability, drop the left knee down and release the toes out. You're going to plant left hand right underneath the shoulder. Inhale, open the right arm up. Close, twist. We're twisting into the leg. Full inhale. On your exhale, right arm floats down toward the floor. With an inhale, step the left foot up in between the hands. Exhale over into forward bend. Checking in with the neck. If there's any tension in the head, make sure you shake the head yes and no. Feeling like the weight of the head is just hanging down. Take our inhale, come halfway up. Exhale, forward fold. Now before we go over to the left side, we'll come through our Utkatasana. Use your exhale, sink the hips down. Inhale, arms sweep up to the ears. This time for our Utkatasana, we're going to add a twist in if you like. So you can either stay here, hold this version, or we're going to take an exhale, come down to the heart, twist over to the right on your exhale. Check your kneecaps. Make sure that they're still even so we know that the hips haven't shifted. Inhale, come into center. Exhale, forward fold. Exhale, sink the hips down. You're going to come into our Utkatasana twist on the other side. Inhale, arms sweep up to the ears. Exhale, hands to the heart. Nice full inhale at center. On your exhale, come into your twist. Let your breath tell you if you're pushing yourself too hard into that twist. Feel like you're really straining for that inhale. Just back out of the twist